Last year, I was a keynote speaker at the 70th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz. I attended this moving event with Joe Carroll and our daughter Erin and our grandson Jack. The night before, we attended a dinner with Steven Spielberg and Erin, and she happened to be sitting next to a 95-year-old gentleman named Henry Corman. Mr. Corman was originally from Germany, and as a survivor of Auschwitz, the two of them struck up a wonderful conversation and friendship. And Henry told Erin a story you should all hear. When he was being transported to Auschwitz on a long train ride in a cattle car, all he had to eat was a tiny bit of marmalade that he secretly hid in his coat. He would hold his hand out of the train to gather snowflakes so he could mix it with the marmalade. Showing the same positive nature that we saw in Elie Wiesel, Henry never complained about his situation. He just said it was the best marmalade he ever tasted. With too many living survivors of his experience leaving us every day, please meet and acknowledge Mr. Henry Corman. Henry. Tonight, we present the annual Theodor Herzl Award to one of America's most respected and admired statesmen, a man who has faced tremendous adversity, heartbreaking challenges, and still, he has never stopped fighting what he believes in, and that is, first and foremost, the United States of America. There was an old advertising campaign from a Brooklyn bakery back in the 1960s. Many of you probably remember it. It was Levy's Rye Bread. Said, "You don't have to be Jewish to like Levy's." Well, a Herzl Award recipient tonight, Joe Biden, has updated that message. You don't have to be Jewish to be a Zionist, and he proved it when it counts. In his 36 years in the Senate, and especially in the Foreign Relations Committee, Senator Joe Biden was a strong and outspoken defender of the Jewish state. We thank you, Mr. Vice President, and in the remaining time in your office in the future, we count on your clear vision, that honesty, and your steadfastness more than ever. On a personal note, I've known Joe Biden since he was first elected to the Senate in 1972. I've admired him, and I can say that we share three things in common: a profound love of our country, a love and respect for the Jewish state of Israel, and a love for steak sandwiches at the charcoal pit in Wilmington. How do I know this place? Because I had the wisdom and the good fortune to marry a girl from Delaware. 2 years ago, we were honored to have Henry Kissinger as the World Jewish Congress Theodor Herzl Award recipient. Last year, we were delighted that Henry came back to be with us. We honored his friend and colleague, George Shultz, with our highest honor. Tonight, I am grateful, as I know Vice President is, that our 56th Secretary of State has joined us again to present this year's Theodor Herzl Award.